So today marked the second qualifying round for all of the UEFA competitions, and of course we have 3 of the 5 Scottish clubs that will be competing in Europe this season, or hoping to get to the group stages anyway, involved in the second round draw, starting off with the Champions League, of course, with Rangers qualifying, second qualifying round being drawn against Panathinaikos. Of the 3 teams they could have gotten, Panathinaikos, Servette and Bran, this was the toughest possible task that lay ahead of them. Not only were they the highest ranked team of the 3, but also having to go to Greece in July is not ideal, especially since, as of yet, apart from Lyle Cameron, who was already confirmed to be coming in as a free, they haven't signed anyone. So, of course, the fixture doesn't take place until a month's time anyway, or just over a month's time, so they've got plenty of time to bring people through the door. And I think that Rangers will still progress through the tie, but it would have been one that they would have liked to have avoided, I would imagine, heading into the first qualifier round for them, or the second qualifying round in total. And I found out on Twitter today, or X, that if they do lose the tie, they will be unseeded as well in the Europa League third round qualifying, which is not ideal for them to have to face that prospect. But I still think that Rangers will make it through the tie and then get themselves into the Champions League third round qualifier. On to the Europa League. Hibs, of the 4 opponents that they could have faced, Michelin was probably, between them and Anderlecht, for the second worst team that they could have got. Shakhtar, of course, being the worst. On the day, maybe Hibs can get themselves a result. They do have the advantage of the second leg being at Easter Road, of course, so they'll know what they need to do in that leg. And if they do win that tie, I think they're seeded in the next round as well, which is mental to consider that Hibs could be seeded and Rangers could be unseeded potentially. Do I think they'll get through the tie against Michelin? I think it's going to be very difficult. I think it's going to be the toughest task out of the 3 in front of us here. But you know what? I'm going to back them to do it. Get a little either 1-goal deficit away or a draw away, and then win it at Easter Road to progress to the third qualifying round of the Europa League, which would guarantee themselves, of course, at least a playoff, whether it's the Conference League or the Europa League playoff. And on to Dundee United. I'm not going to lie, I hadn't heard of Uno Strassen before today. I think it would be a really terrible result for Dundee United not to pick up a win here. They, of course, don't have the luxury that both Rangers and Hibs have of being able to lose a tie and still be in Europe. Dundee United need to win each of their ties to get to that stage. So they've got the toughest task out of everybody in reality, with that being the case. Although in terms of the opponents for this round, they have what you would say is the easiest task. I'd be very surprised if Dundee United do not progress to the third qualifying round. And since both the other teams can lose ties and still be in Europe, I do anticipate that come the third qualifying round, we will still have all 3 teams that will be participating in that stage still in the competition. And then if we get lucky enough with the draw, we could find ourselves with all 5 teams playing in playoffs, Champions League, Europa League and Conference League included in there. If you're a fan of any of the 3 teams, let me know what you're thinking of the draws personally. Are you happy with them or not? Thank you very much to all the new viewers and subscribers, of course. And if you are new around here, please consider checking out some of the other content on the channel. But I'll catch you in the next one.